I broke my celibacy once. I'm never breaking that shit ever again. If you are a woman and you are currently celibate and you've been questioning whether you should break your celibacy, stay on this video so I can beat some sense back into you.
Oh wow, you're financially celibate.
I'm waiting until marriage until I spend on somebody. So when it comes to intimacy, obviously you told me that you're celibate, right? You're waiting until marriage.
Yes, I'm abstinent.
You're abstinent. Okay. So what's the difference?
So celibacy is when you don't plan on ever having sex. Abstinence is when you are waiting until marriage to have sex.
Okay.
I'm about to break down the reason you need to stay celibate for as long as possible. Spiritually, as you heal, you are clearing your karma. You are severing spiritual cords, you are cutting off soul ties, and you're letting the universe know that you have completed these contracts that you were once in. The thing is, every time you have sexual intercourse with somebody, you are signing another soul contract, thus creating another soul tie.
What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. In this video, we will be talking about celibacy and abstinence and how many people are beginning to practice this. So first, I'm gonna start with the definition of the both of them, okay? And I am looking it up because I don't want to get on here and say the wrong stuff and then everybody's like, oh, it's this, it's that. So anyways, so it says to be celibate means to practice celibacy, all right? And you're choosing not to engage in sexual activity. Here's a clear breakdown. Celibate, no sex. It can be temporary or lifelong. Why people choose celibacy: religious or spiritual beliefs, personal growth or healing, waiting for marriage, avoiding emotional complications, focusing on goals, things that of that nature. There is a difference between celibacy and other things such as abstinence, but abstinence is similar to celibacy. So abstinence, on the other hand, means choosing not to do something, but it's mostly used when referring to sex. So not having sex, often for a specific period of time, and it's not always permanent. Abstinence means not right now. Celibacy means not at all. It could be for personal values or beliefs, avoiding STIs or pregnancy, things of that nature. So yes, they are like pretty much hand in hand in my opinion. But let's go ahead and jump into these stories and experiences and let's see what you all think about it. Let's go.
I have been celibate for 4 years. That's right, 4 years. And going into this new year, I highly encourage women to do the same thing, especially Black women, to do the same thing. If you are not in a committed, devoted relationship, you need to keep your legs closed. I'm gonna repeat that. If you are not in a committed, devoted relationship, you should keep your legs closed. And the content creator already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. Keep your mouth closed. So 2 things, keep your legs closed and keep your mouth closed. It's that simple, ladies. And the STD rates are skyrocketing in the Black community. So I highly recommend that y'all join this celibacy journey, abstinence, and keep it pushing. That is all.
What's up, folks? I need to tell you a little something real quick. Pretty powerful. I've been abstinent for going on 2 years. 2 years now. Now, believe it or not, look, I never would have thought that I would be abstinent for 2 years. My old me? Oh, nah. Nah, I would have never thought. But I have actually became whole nother man. I'm not the same person I was a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. Not even close. You know what I'm saying? I am the man that God has blessed me to be. You feel me? I have accomplished things that I never imagined that I would accomplish, you know, because I have retained my energy. I have saved my energy for a greater good, you know what I'm saying, for me, you know. And when you do that, you become a whole nother person, you know what I'm saying, that God bless you to be. You feel me? You get closer to God.
The longer a woman remains celibate, The idea of someone touching her who doesn't meet her mental, spiritual, or physical needs makes her feel sick. This happens because she values herself more and knows what she truly deserves. Being with the wrong person makes her feel uncomfortable because she knows these men don't deserve any access to her. And until a man provides the commitment and effort she desires, she will remain single, celibate, and enjoy her life.
Some might think I'm crazy, but I really don't give a damn. Celibacy, and this goes for ladies and my fellas. Celibacy becomes really, really easy once you realize there's no one worth being involved with in that intimate situation. And this could be like them loving you correctly. This can also be them helping you improve your life. I see a lot of my ladies talking about like, no man is worth my body at the moment because of the place I'm in. And like, this could be the same for fellas. And this is not just celibacy from sex. This could be celibacy from smoking weed or drinking. Like, once you get to a point in your life where you know something is just not good for you, you won't involve yourself in that activity at all. Y'all be thinking, oh, I really need this. Oh, this makes me feel good. Does it really make you feel good? Or that's just you talking on some dumb shit, talking out your neck? It's really all about discipline.
Are you celibate?
Listen, when you calm down, you can focus. All right, it's been good. I've been good to me. It's when things start getting complicated. Things start getting confusing because people come in for different reasons. And then if you go on a date, but you have no interest in anything, you can I can see you now. I say, goddamn, girl, you fine, but you ain't got nothing going on.
Oh, but so the intoxication of a romantic desire clouds your ability to perceive
Absolutely,
the person.
Dusty.
Wow.
Most men.
Right. Yeah.
Most of them.
Smash man, yeah. Have you been married? May I ask, have you been married in the past?
I'm safe. I'm not a happy hostage.
You've never been married?
No.
Never been married?
I'm here, man. I'm free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Free.
I made some mistakes, just not that one.
Do men understand that the floor is in the pits of hell? So if I don't want to fuck with you no more, it means that you exceeded that and you're in Satan's asshole at this point. So when I say I don't want to talk to you anymore, say, okay, madam, and bow out and go and be happy that you had my attention for the measly second that you never even fucking deserved. I hate these niggas so much. Oh my God. Because I want to be dainty and I want to be femme and I want to be vulnerable and I want to be affectionate. But they're so stupid that they can't appreciate it. So then I have to turn into a wolf. And ow on their ass.
Hey, I know you enjoy watching people talk about how they are not giving up the hoo-ha or the bing bong. But anyways, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and now let's jump right back in.
I'm about to break down the reason you need to stay celibate for as long as possible. Spiritually, as you heal, you are clearing your karma. You are severing spiritual cords. You are cutting off soul ties, and you're letting the universe know that you have completed these contracts that you were once in. The thing is, every time you have sexual intercourse with somebody, you are signing another soul contract, thus creating another soul tie. This is why a lot of people wake up one day and realize they've been celibate for years, because their spiritual team is trying to make sure that they do not go into another soul contract. Because when you go into another contract, you collect more karma. And the only way to clear the karma is to learn the lesson and to heal from that contract. So this is just a big shout out to the people who have been celibate for years and years and years, staying out of the way, conquering stuff spiritually in an amazing way, finding intimacy within themselves so they don't have to go find it anywhere else, and staying committed to themselves. Because honestly, we don't have time for no more soul ties. None at all.
Okay, so I was a little bit hesitant about sharing this. Exactly 1 month from now will be my 3-year anniversary of being celibate. And honestly, the main reason why I've been celibate is just that I'm just not where I want to be in life yet. And I know the whole red pill, Andrew Tate, the other guys, I don't know the other guys. But me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other men can relate to this, I still believe in love. I still believe in marriage, family, kids. I still believe in all of that. And so with me, but still believing in all of that, I personally want to be able to give my wife and my kids everything. Like personally, I don't want my wife to work. I don't want my kids to have to worry about anything. And at this moment, I can't do that. And that's why right now I've just been working on myself to one day get to the point where I can take care of my wife, my family. We go on vacations. We can do all the whole nine, the white picket fence, the little poodle, whatever dog she wants, you know.
I'm financially celibate.
Oh wow, you're financially celibate.
I'm waiting until marriage until I spend on somebody. So when it comes to intimacy, obviously you told me that you're celibate, right? You're waiting until marriage.
Yes, I'm abstinent.
You're abstinent. Okay. So what's the difference?
So celibacy is when you don't plan on ever having sex. Abstinence is when you are waiting until marriage to have sex.
Okay. Because I'm financially celibate.
Oh wow, you're financially celibate.
I'm waiting until marriage until I spend on somebody.
That's your preference?
Well, yeah. Do you think that works?
For you?
Like, if you're abstinent, but I'm over here just spending and is literally just trying to, like, woo you, try to pursue you, you get the security and then we get your body.
So a man courting a woman, a man taking a woman on a date is not a transaction for sex. That's new age prostitution. I believe that a man should court a woman, and if it costs you a date, if it costs you an experience, that's just what it costs.
Do you truly believe that you'll be able to find a man that is not only financially secure, but actually makes more money than you?
I don't believe I have to find a man for anything. I believe he will find me.
So do you believe that the man would be able to find you when it comes to like that financial security? Because, you a boss at the end of the day. So it's like to be able to maybe try to have that man to find you at such a rate who you are so successful, that can be a little bit sometimes not problematic, but that can be a challenge.
Yes, it's a challenge, but that's not a challenge for me. That's something that God is going to do. God is going to provide. God is going to arrange that, because that's how it works. I don't have to worry about it because I know that God knows how faithful I am. He knows the plan he has for my life and the man that he has for me. And I don't believe in looking for a man. I don't believe in searching for a man. I fully believe that whoever knows that they need me in their life, they will find me.
But is there going to be ever a chance where later on in life where you may even want to date somebody who makes less than you? Or that's just that's a non-negotiable?
I don't mind dating a man that makes less than me, because it's not really about the number for real. And I do believe in traditional marriage to where we will have a bank account together. So it doesn't really matter to me. As long as you're financially stable and can take care of yourself, then everything will be okay. And I know that we are growing together at the same pace, or, just actively growing.
Probably a bit of a controversial take, but I believe that all men should do at least 3 months of total celibacy once in their life at least. And the reason I say this is because so many men have such a lack of discipline over their sexual energy. And they have a lack of discipline over their sexual energy because they've never actually gone a period without just giving into every fucking whimsical, impulsive desire or urge that comes up within the body. So if you're a man that's watching this, I highly encourage you to do a period of total celibacy. That means no women, no adult sites, no releasing of any form. Just try it out and see what happens. I think you will learn a lot about yourself, and I know you'll gain an immense amount of control and mastery over your sexual energy.
Hey, so let me tell you one of the reasons why it is so easy for me to stay celibate. Because I know that there's always going to be temptations out there. There's always going to be women out there that's like trying to throw it at you. But the thing is, I know myself, and I know that there's not a lot of women. There's not even enough women out there that's going to offer the kind of sex that I want. So in other words, right, I don't lay down with any woman that's going to say no to any of the requests that I have in the bedroom. I don't care what that request is. I don't care if I ask you to jump off a skyscraper and land on top of me. I expect you to be finding a skyscraper to jump off of. Like literally. I don't lay down with any woman that's going to say no to any request that I have. My days of having regular sex are over. They've been over for a long time. So, like, I didn't got time for these fake shy girls and like if you come over and you on some I didn't usually do this, so it's time to call you an Uber. You gotta go. I don't have time for shit like that. I only deal with women who are fucking demons in the bedroom. Nothing less. If you are not a fucking demon, I want no parts of you. And I don't care how good you look. I don't care how nice your body is. If you think you're going to come this way and offer me something that is mediocre or something that is deemed regular, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not looking. If it is that I want to just get off, I can do that for myself. What I'm looking for is an experience. If I cannot get anything less than an experience, then I'm good. Then I will remain celibate. And then not to mention, even if it is that you can offer me that, I still have to decide whether or not I trust doing that with you. That's the major part.
So it has come to my attention that the fellas are now starting something where they're saying they're going to be financially celibate, meaning that they're not going to be spending any money on a woman until marriage. Okay, this is my thing. What woman in her right mind can you actually date and not spend no money on her until y'all get married? It's like y'all are saying, y'all are upset with women who are becoming celibate and saying, well, since y'all saying that y'all want to wait until marriage, we just ain't going to spend no money until marriage. A woman who got common sense and is not going to deal with no scrubby man, that's not going to work with. More and more, y'all come up with things to make y'allself more lonely. Y'all gonna push the male loneliness epidemic even further with that foolishness. The women are making more money now. We're more independent. We're becoming more financially stable than men. And this is not to bash men or put men down. But y'all saying y'all ain't finna spend money on women no more like that. A lot of y'all already ain't spending money on women now because you don't have it to spend. Like, in all honesty, y'all want to be lonely. Y'all want to be in a position where you walking around angry because you can't really get the attention of a woman. And until you do all of the things that a man needs to do, which is provide, protect, and lead, y'all are going to be constantly having the same issues that y'all are having regarding women. That's it, and that's all.
I'm gonna lie, I don't know if I'm the only one, but when you a man that's celibate, man, it makes everything so much more harder. Damn, my hand's ashy as a bitch. But when you're a man that's celibate, like, I don't think nobody really talks about how hard it is, because it's like, I feel like when you're a man and you're not celibate, like, the pool of options that you have is a lot wider. You know what I'm saying? Because women are a little bit easier, right? Or your pool of women is a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? You have a wider selection. But when you celibate as a man, there's gonna be a lot of women that ghost you because you're not giving up no wee-wee, or there's gonna be a lot of women that be like, nah, they can't do it because they need sex, or it's just gonna be a lot of women that are just overly sexual, so they get eliminated off rip, and it narrows down your selection or your options. And but it's been almost a year since I've seriously taken celibacy, like since I've seriously been celibate, and it's like really hard to like find someone to take serious. And I don't think about it as much, but it's really hard, especially when you're a dude.
The only time that I ever was celibate, I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. I don't know why people keep acting like, but it just
I enjoy it.
I went celibate for like 2 months. Wait, 2.5, because I ain't even gonna give myself 3 months. I did 2.5 when I had first moved to California. Like when I first left my baby father and I moved to California. I was like, keep my head down. I got to get this money back right. I was miserable.
Really? You wasn't being you.
Sexually frustrated. So it just depends.
I'm like a boxer.
That's why, like I said, even when I'm single, I have to have that one dude that I'm being intimate with.
You experienced it.
I like sex.
Yeah.
And I think that it just depends on who you are. Like if you're not, like I'm a sexual person. That's why no one can.
too. I like it, but
if you need to take 2 months off of it.
Cause listen, my vagina is, I know I'm thick and it's, you know what I mean, but it's small and it's like, I just be needing a break. I be needing a break.
Girl, bye.
I still
This
feel it 3
is
days.
still tight.
I feel it 3 days later,
wondering.
bro. I be like, yeah, I need a break.
No.
Yeah, you want it again? I'm excited, but
I'm
it's
about to confuse y'all. The vagina is a muscle. It's a muscle. Just work on that. I done had a baby. I get no complaints. And I don't take 2-3 months off.
I'm just saying, I can't take, listen, anybody who's had sex with me, I can't take dick anyway.
See, you is one of them ones.
Yeah, I can't take dick. I be like, ooh, oh my gosh.
But you always say you're 75% lesbian.
Man, I'm 75% lesbian anyway.
Boy.
So I prefer the head from a woman, right? But you can slide some dick in there from time to time.
And let me tell y'all something. I've been celibate for the past 4 going on 5 months. Am I going crazy? Yes. Will I slap the fuck out of you if you come fucking with me? Yes. Other than that, life's good.
You know, people get really shocked when I tell them that I've been celibate for almost 5 years now. Maybe it's 6. I don't know. I lost count. And I get asked all type of questions, really. But the main question is why and how. Like, how has it been almost 5 to 6 years since I've done the do? And for me, it's just kind of simple. It's just kind of simple. 1 is mental health. And 2 is I don't trust you. Like, I don't trust nobody. I don't want to touch nobody. This world today is different. Like, for real, for real. I don't trust you. I don't want you touching me. I don't want you by me, really and truly. This world is so hypersexual, it disgusts me. Everything is so sexual these days. Everything is so sexual. Skip conversations, skip getting to know you. Let's just go skin to skin. It's all about skin to skin these days. And my whole thing is STD rates is going out the roof. I'm good. I'm good getting my coffee. My skin is good. My health is good. I don't need all that.
Hey, who you fucking? Are you fucking anybody? Are you fucking nowadays? Bitch, I'm fucking funny. That's the only fucking I'm doing around here, bro. That's the only fucking I am. It's fucking funny. I'm fucking celibate, bro. Fuck. And I kind of messed up my bum, but don't worry about my hair, bro.
This is why I do not allow men to touch me. And this is why you single ladies should not allow men to touch you either in 2026. It's very easy for me to maintain sexual purity and abstinence because I'm very aware that just because a man sleep with you or have sex with you doesn't mean that he like you or even love you. Nor am I interested in entering into a false covenant of fornication and idolatry with a man that I'm not in covenant with. People have persecuted me because I talk about sexual purity and abstinence all the time on my page. And that is because I'm trying to teach you single ladies that you are not supposed to be spending your single season in and out of sexual soul ties. I am not interested in meeting a man today. We start talking, we have chemistry, we have connection, and next thing you know, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, we're in the bed because a lot of you single ladies, you all are sleeping with men so fast. You don't even know who this man is. You don't even know his character. But 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 1 week in, you're already in the bed and now you're so tired and it's hard for you to break away now that the mask has fallen off and now that you know who he truly is. I do not want to spend my single season in and out of soul tie. I meet this guy, have sex, it don't work out. Meet this guy, have sex, it don't work out. Meet this guy, have sex, it don't work out. Then I got to break a soul tie. Spending my single season breaking soul ties instead of getting closer to the Lord, instead of writing books like the one that I just released yesterday. Breaking ungodly soul ties. In 2026, I'm going to teach you single ladies how to break ungodly soul ties because it's time for you to get your money right, your mind right, and your master right, meaning the master, the Lord Jesus Christ, your relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. 2026, it's time for you ladies to stop grieving over these relationships with men who did not want you. It's time for you all to stop being sad and depressed because these relationships didn't work out, relationships that God never ordained for your life in the first place. No. If you're not grieving over hurting God, and if you're not grieving over sinning against God the way that you have been grieving over these men, no, you need to snap out of that. It's time to wake up, ladies. And it's time to get in order with God and get in order in your life. It's time for you to focus on your healing. It's time for you to focus on healing from your trauma. It's time for you to heal the little girl in you. And I'm going to help you all do that by reading my new book, Breaking Ungodly Soul Ties. It is now on Amazon. You can click the link in my bio and you can go ahead and grab a copy so you can get free in 2026. It's time to get free altogether. And my book is going to help you do it. This book is powerful. It was just released.
I broke my celibacy once. I'm never breaking that shit ever again. If you are a woman and you are currently celibate and you've been questioning whether you should break your celibacy, stay on this video so I can beat some sense back into you. It's already a large risk that you are taking on as a woman the moment you decide to open up your legs to a man. The only risk that a man and a woman share when it comes down to the bedroom activities is the fact that you could transmit an STD. The emotions being involved after y'all sleep with each other, the chances of you becoming pregnant, the chances of you being left if you decide to carry through on the pregnancy, and then also the chance that you would have to have a forced pregnancy depending on what type of state that you live in are none of the things that men have to worry about. Oh, and also, men also don't have to worry about the fact that women are going to be able to sleep with other women, and then like it could also kind of add to the mix. Like usually that's not really a thought process in, you know, the male's mind. Oh, and also you don't share in common with the fact that there is a possibility that you are not going to get off if you decide to sleep with this man. So I just listed like 7 risks that you have as a woman compared to the 1 risk that a man has in order to sleep with you. Do you really want to break your celibacy when you have all of those odds against you? Do you really think it makes sense to break your celibacy? Because whenever I get the urge, all I do is just go back to that thought process and think about all of the risks that I would be putting myself in comparison to the risk that a man would have. And then I come back down to earth and I'm like, no, bitch, I'm dying celibate. Like, I'm so fucking serious. I'm fucking dying celibate. This pussy has been closed permanently. Like the Google, like, you know, when you type in a business on Google and it says closed permanently, this bitch is closed permanently. It ain't never gonna be no, oh, well, if the right man comes into my life, it ain't gonna be no, oh, well, I'm ready to settle down, then I'll go on ahead and break my celibacy. No. This bitch is never being broken. It only took for me to break my celibacy 1 time for me to decide that when I decided to go back to becoming celibate, I was never breaking that shit again. I broke my celibacy and the shit lasted 2 minutes, and I broke it for a dude that, like, he wasn't worth shit. Like, honestly, he wasn't worth shit. It's never going to be a man that you're going to look back on and be like, oh my God, it was so worth it that I broke my celibacy for him. I guarantee you, you're never going to look back and be happy over the fact that you broke your celibacy. And then for the girlies that are like, I can't be celibate, like, how are y'all able to be celibate? I seen a video of a lady who said that she's an older lady. She started becoming single and celibate at 40. She looks like she's about in her 60s. She said the perfect thing. She used the law of physics. An object that stays in motion is always going to be in motion, and an object that is at rest is going to continue to be at rest. Of course, it's going to be hard for you to become celibate because you keep fucking. So your motion is you fucking. So you're going to want to keep fucking. But as soon as you stop fucking, you're resting. You're at rest. And so you're like, you want to know what? I can go on ahead and just continue the rest of my life without fucking. And don't get me wrong, I am a woman who still gets a monthly cycle. So bitch, I ovulate. I know how hard that shit is. My kitty be purring and ready to go. But bitch, you're in your ovulatory phase for like a few days. Bitch, a baby's gonna be forever. Okay, a potential incurable STD is going to be forever. The stain that a man puts on your life, puts on your career, puts on your relationship with other people, bitch, that's forever. If all I gotta do is open up the side drawer in my bedroom next to my bed and get it cracking to alleviate any of these permanent issues that sleeping with a man would give me, baby, I'ma be good. And guess what? You gonna be good too. Please do not put yourself at risk for fucking 15 minutes. I mean, that's all what these men gonna give you anyway in most cases. And you celibate. So you've been closed for business. These men are about to fucking faint in 3 minutes in the pussy after you've been celibate anyway. So you gonna give it up for fucking 3 minutes of fun? and you not even the one having the fun for the 3 minutes, no, I'm never doing that shit again. I am vowing to die celibate.
Being celibate is better than sleeping with somebody that you're not even sure about. And nowadays, everybody lying. Like, everybody. It's almost like people are allergic to telling the truth. I know people right now that don't even trust the partner they're sleeping next to. And honestly, I can't be that person. I just can't. I'm sorry. And since nobody can't be trusted, I'm not trusting my body with nobody. You have to have trust with people. And if you can't trust somebody, why would you even risk yourself like that? You're giving yourself to somebody because of the urges you have. But then when it's all said and done, you're not even happy about it. You don't even like what you're doing. You don't even enjoy it after because you know that this person can't be trusted. Nah, I'm good. If you the type of person that can't be trusted, you can't touch me. If you constantly gotta lie for no reason, you can't touch me. If I know that you are not a person of your word, I would not let you touch me. Never. I don't even get down like that for real. I don't care how pretty, how attractive, how beautiful someone is. Your actions speak louder than words. And if you gotta lie for everything, then I ain't letting you touch me at all.
This celibacy thing.
Yeah.
What was the longest you went?
Ooh, 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
7 whole.
It's like a divine number. 7 years.
That is. And then you say
Broke
goodbye?
it, yeah.
Okay. 7 is a long. That's a good run.
That's a good. Now, what did that do for you though? Like when you think about your celibacy, did it clear you? Like what did it do for you? What did you notice? Okay.
Mental clarity. Just doing without. It shifted my mindset. It was no longer a focus. The rush to be, in a relationship, the rush to be married, the rush to be in something because that's what you're taught to do, to have kids or procreate.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of pressure on women to be able to do that, and also feeling valid. Why are we taught that we have to be taken or made an honest woman? Am I a liar?
Peace and blessings, folks, and happy Sunday. So, just to get straight to the point, I'm not having sex with a woman I'm not even married to. And hopefully, it's going to be the right woman whom I'll be married to. So, guys, when it came to me and my ex-fiance many years ago, look at what happened to us. We started in sin and ended in sin, both very toxic, just not a relationship that was just uplifting one bit. But look what happened. We didn't end up sticking around with each other. And here I am, there she is. And point here is that I want to cross that line with a woman whom I'm going to be happily married to forever. And then plus, as they say, sex is more than just some physical experience. It's a spiritual and energetic contract that you form with that person. In other words, a soul tie. Why do I want to form a soul tie with a woman who probably is just not going to really stick around? Or vice versa. I'm tired of that, guys. So, men, we have to do better. Don't cross that line with her until you know for sure that you're going to have a God-ordained relationship, all right? Been there, done that. Men, you guys are going to get tired of it. So, be celibate. It's really cool. And you feel even more liberated than ever before.
The thing about maintaining celibacy is that it really opens up like a new level of thinking in your mind. And it also gives you a bit of compassion. You see, whenever you stop indulging in that behavior, you start to see people for who they are. You don't see them because of their body or their face. You start to enjoy more connections, whenever you meet someone, genuine conversations. And I know it can sound a bit corny, but once you go through that, it's actually something you never want to end. You genuinely enjoy it. Because whenever you are lustful, you only got one thing on your mind. You don't really care about what the person has to say. You don't care about what they believe in. You don't care about anything. You just want to sleep with them and that's it. But once you get past that and you actually develop some emotional maturity and intelligence, and you say, you know what, I'm going to respect myself, and I'm going to respect especially the person that I'm meeting, because they themselves are a child of God, it's quite beautiful how you start to think. Because now if I'm going to meet someone, I genuinely want to get to know them. I enjoy deep conversations. I enjoy hearing about their life. And in turn, the connection will always be more genuine, and I think you'll have a better chance of finding the right person for you. Because when you're shallow and you're superficial and you're vain, you're never going to attract anything worthwhile. So staying celibate and actually thinking with the right head is genuinely a game changer. If you've been thinking about trying it, do it, bro. Wait till marriage, be respectful, have discipline, and I'm telling you, bro, the amount of confidence that you get, the amount of just fulfillment and gratitude for life and for all the connections that you have and for all the genuine relationships, it's just crazy, bro. It really just, it ascends you to a new level. Try it out, I'm serious.
I realized that having sex with people costs way too much. My body is not something everybody can touch. In fact, the most important thing that my body needs is love. So why would I have sex with somebody who doesn't love me or nothing? Or somebody who doesn't deserve it? Giving you my body, that made me lose focus. My wounds are too fragile. One bad move, I'm back broken. And you're not somebody I need to be sharing my soul with. I done had sex with you and now I done took on all your energy. That's the reason why everybody walking around here with low frequencies. Look at what you're doing to me. This is deeper than what I think people can hardly see. I can't have sex with people who doesn't align with me. When you share sexual energies with somebody, now your interconnections is all involved. I wasn't pressed over you before, oh, but now you better call. And please don't let that person you have sex with be a dog, because you'll be lucky if they call it off. And of course, it doesn't have to be that deep, but it is that deep, because your body is something that's yours to keep. Yes, you can have sex with somebody and keep it pushing, but if you want real love in your life with that energy, that's not the way it's looking. Keep your body to yourself unless it's with your spouse, because it's not worth your time, your energy, your worries, or your doubts. And besides, we healing now. If you're going through a breakup, you're struggling to let go of somebody you love that constantly hurts you, you're going through the lonely stages, you're going through celibacy, my ebook, Healing from a Broken Heart, is a step-by-step process that'll teach you how to let go, move on, and love yourself again. It's what helped me through my breakup and through my heartache. It's on sale right now for $10. The link is in my bio, along with my other healing ebooks, Healing from a Broken Home is for childhood trauma, a book for single moms for all my single moms out there, plus the audiobooks for you to listen to me, read them to you, all on a $10 sale. And I also have a live healing show in New York City. I can't wait to see you guys March 7th. Comment below or DM me if you would like the tickets.
Y'all know the women that I love and respect so much? It's those women that be like celibate and they just not giving it up to these men. I love y'all real bad. Y'all are literally one of the smartest type of women in the world. Because guess what? These men don't deserve it. If you see how these men talk about us, how they view us, how they see us, they use us as objects. They just use us in general. They sexualize us. They do so many things when it comes to our bodies and stuff, to the point where it makes you not want to do nothing with them. And when I see women that be standing on business like, yeah, I don't be doing nothing with these men. I'm not laying down with no men. I'm going to make it hard for them. Good job, sis. Yes. Well, we definitely love that, okay? Because at the end of the day, these men don't really value it like that any goddamn way. You get what I'm saying? Most of the times you give it to them, they talking about it to their friends and stuff, or you give it to them, now all of a sudden it's all they see you at. They don't appreciate you because they're so blinded by the physical part of you. And then it's like if you do something with them, like they turn into terrible people that makes you regret doing it. It's just so many things. And the ones that try to get you pregnant and trap you. When it comes to the physical, and I see that women are really like standing on business with that, I'm proud of y'all. Like, I really from the bottom of my heart feel like these men do not deserve it. Period.
A lot of women are choosing celibacy, and it has nothing to do with religious reasons. A lot of you men are not even stumbling blocks. You don't like to plan dates. You don't like to buy flowers. You're not consistent with communication. You disappear out of our life, and then you pop back up, and you're extremely hypersexual. You get bored very easily. You have so many sexual experiences. A lot of you are unstable. You're living off of women, living with your baby mama, living with a girl that you know you don't like because you're in survival mode, and you won't cut out your distractions so you can get the basic necessity as a grown man, your own car, your own crib, and your own career. You are too distracted. Y'all men literally just want to pull up, smoke weed, do drugs, have sex. That's why I say women, leave the drugs alone. Because a man can conquer you a lot more faster if he can get you high or inebriated. Raise the standard. Clean yourself up as a woman, and you will see how uninteresting a lot of these men are. The enemy is a thief of time. A man will deal with you forever if you allow it. You got to be the one to cut it off. You got to be the one who have the standards and the boundaries, because that's how you get rid of them. No, you're not just finna come over here and lay up with me. No, you're not finna just get me high, and I'm not doing drugs with you. Your standards will get those men out your life that don't belong. I need all my ladies to comment below. I'm raising the standard. Come on, come on, come on. Let's raise the bar. Come on. Let's prioritize beauty and fitness. Come on, let's put God first. Seek first the kingdom of God. Don't be out here and let these men distract you and have you fall away from God, because they'll do it if you let them. These men will march your souls to hell if you let them. And I'm talking about men of the world. I ain't talking about godly men. I'm talking about the men of the world. They will march your souls to hell if you let them. Ladies, make sure you click the link in my bio to get my favorite lip gloss. Listen, this will hydrate and moisturize your lips, and it lasts all day. I'm offering a 15% discount at checkout. Make sure you put Anissa15 so you can get your discount. I love y'all. And if y'all gonna get y'all lip gloss, comment below me.
I went celibate for like a year.
Wow, here we go.
Yeah.
You're in the right room. Yeah, you are.
If I'm celibate, then I have only a few things that I can focus on anyways, and it would teach me a level of discipline. My value for time just increased, and it became very difficult to want to waste time. And so for me now, one of the things is like, I don't feel ashamed or guilty about not giving people my time. Time is the only thing that we can't ever get back. It's such a scarcity type of thing to have. I don't owe anyone any of that time, and no one does. Like, you got to use your time the way you want to, and if you're like growing, that's the best way. And so celibacy for 12 months was solid. It was a really enriching experience.
Why I'm choosing to continue to be celibate and not even masturbating or nothing like that. I know it just got spicy in like a little bit of seconds. I couldn't be able to do all this stuff without God, number one. I used to be the person to watch porn a lot. I'm gonna try to use my word choice wisely. I don't want this video to get marked or anything like that. There was a couple of things that God has been convicting me from due to times that I was watching that stuff. At the time when I was watching that stuff, yes, in the moment it satisfied my fleshly desires, but after, I just felt completely disgusted. I felt like I lost energy. I felt like I was just in a slump. Like, I just got in a slump. I didn't really like how it made me feel. Throughout the times that I was doing it, yes, I slipped up here and there. I didn't like stop doing it overnight, but every time I did it, I prayed after. And when I did pray, God helped me when it did come back creeping around the corner. So if you're a man that struggles with doing that, I advise you just to pray. You know what I'm saying? Don't beat yourself up. We all fall short. And when you do fall short, pick your head up. You know what I'm saying? Pray. Just because you fell doesn't mean you can't get back up. And just because you did wrong doesn't make you a bad person. I don't know if that gave a lot of advice, but one thing that did help me overcome watching porn was honestly building a connection and building a relationship with God. Now, on the flip side, when I was in the process of not watching those things, I was in a relationship. So being in a relationship, I was doing lustful things and lustful actions, even though I wasn't watching porn. So therefore, I was still kind of like straddling the fence. I was still not watching the thing, but I was still satisfying my fleshly desires. Once again, I knew that it was wrong. I knew what I was doing was really wrong. So I started to pray, and I was really praying and asking God, look, God, I'm falling short. Even though I stopped doing these old things, I picked up a new thing to satisfy my flesh. And I just continued to pray, and through the times I was praying, God was really convicting me, bro. And it was to the point where I was in a relationship, and I had a conversation with my significant other, and I told her what was really on my heart. And yes, we did stop doing it for a while. However, we're in a relationship and we're still sleeping in the same bed, so therefore it's gonna happen here and there. And even when it did happen, boom, conviction. I was like, bro, this is so wrong. Not only for God, yes, it was for God, but it really was for myself. Like, I didn't feel okay giving energy to somebody that I wasn't married to. It just didn't make me feel whole. Having sex unmarried didn't make me feel whole. It didn't bring pleasure to me anymore. So I continue to pray, you know what I'm saying? I continue to ask God for guidance and for forgiveness. Then it got to the point where we kind of stopped doing it for a while. And then here's the thing. And then I got convicted again, bro. Even though we wasn't married, we was still sleeping in the same bed. See, now when it gets to that point, I'm like, okay, God, like now it's like we sleeping in the same bed. Like, I feel even wrong sleeping in the same bed. Like, it was getting to the point where I felt like I was disrespecting my significant other by sleeping in the same bed as her. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't didn't feel right. I'm like, okay, something gotta change. Okay, you know, I stopped watching porn, we stopped having sex, but we still sleeping in the same bed. So eventually things happen. I'm no longer in a relationship. Not just because of that, but God takes away things for us sometimes. Sometimes we get too attached to things that God just has to take it away. So as of right now, I am celibate. I've been celibate for a while and I haven't been watching porn for a while. I definitely couldn't do none of this stuff without God. It definitely makes me feel better as a person. Like, I feel more energized when I'm not having sex or if I'm not watching porn. It just makes me feel more productive. It makes me have more clarity as a man. You know what I'm saying? As a man, when I'm not releasing things out of my body, it gives me more clarity and it gives me more focus. And it's nice to have discipline over fleshly desires, especially sexual desires as a man. I love it. It's just a different type of feeling. So if you're struggling with that as a man, it does take some time and it doesn't happen overnight. But one thing is definitely possible to get over those things. And it is definitely possible to not be a slave to your sexual desires. That's something that God can set you free from. So just keep praying, keep God in your life. And as long as you pray every time you make a mistake, God is going to help you and get you out that situation and make you a better person to overcome anything that you may be struggling with. So that's why I'm deciding to continue to be celibate. It just makes me feel a lot better, like a lot better. I get the crazy amount of focus and I just love keeping my energy to myself. I feel like it's only right to do that when you have a wife. When you have a wife, then hey, have fun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Why I will no longer be entertaining the male human species. Number 1, never keeping promises. 2, never meaning what they say. 3, only being nice to people because they want something. 4, only being nice to women they find attractive. 5, not taking no for an answer. 6, bringing up sex immediately. 7, pressuring for sex on the first date. 8, lack of effort. 9, asking me to come over as the first date. 10, poor hygiene. 11, lack of emotional intelligence. 12, lack of financial intelligence. 13, extremely self-centered. 14, extremely misogynistic. 15, going weeks on end with no contact just to get a "what are you doing" text at 10 p.m. 16, STDs, pregnancy. 17, no peace of mind. 18, bad sex. 19, constant criticism. 20, gaslighting. 21, hypocrisy and double standards. 23, making me cry myself to sleep. 23, lying about everything. 24, having multiple women on rotation. 25, introducing the women he's cheating with as friends. 26, always choosing his friends over me. 27, being a cheap ass. 28, being a broke ass. 29, overinflated confidence and sense of ego. 30, fragile ego. 31, jealousy. 32, controlling what I wear. 33, overgrown toddler temper tantrums. 34, not listening. 35, not taking me seriously. 36, future faking. 37, ghosting. 38, saying you miss me but then doing nothing to try to see me. 39, wasting my time. 40, only wanting to be pen pals. 41, homosexuals who don't want to pay rent. 42, thieves. 43, energy vampires. 44, stupid fights. 45, always having to make meals. 46, always stuck being the responsible one. 47, high blood pressure. 48, irregulated nervous system. 49, weight gain and weight loss. 50, hair loss. 51, panic attacks. 52, being cheated on. 53, being treated like I'm stupid. 54, using my car like it's his. 55, using me as their come up girl. 56, way more bad men than good men. 57, think it's okay to create life then abandon it. 58, think rape is funny. 59, never hold each other accountable. 60, project all of their flaws and sins on women. 61, kill people in fits of rage. 62, essay people without a second thought. 63, would probably grape someone if they felt they could get away with it. 64, sexualize young teens. 65, don't see women as people. 66, professional bullies. 67, disrespect God's creation. 68, gold diggers and labor diggers. 69, play too many mind games. 70, don't know what they want. 71, have a lust problem. 72, have a greed problem. 73, manipulative as hell. 74, somehow everything is women's fault. 75, no sympathy or empathy. 76, too dangerous. 77, will get you caught up and arrested if not careful. 78, abandonment issues. 79, trust issues. 80, commitment issues. 81, only pick you if they think you're stupid and desperate enough. 82, entitled as fuck. 84, their refusal to go to therapy. 85, interrupting my hobbies. 86, not letting me speak. 87, never taking me on dates. 88, faking entire personalities. 89, flirting with my friends. 90, trying to invite my friends for threesomes. 91, saying you're the only girl I'm talking to knowing damn well that's a lie. 92, wouldn't accept the same treatment but think it's okay to treat me that way. 93, staring at my chest and on my face. 94, always objectifying me. 95, keeping me anxious and on edge. 96, leading me astray from God. 97, only thinking intimacy means sex. 98, never texting back. 99, having zero personality, hopes, dreams, or goals. 100, lack of knowledge and effort for basic life skills. Okay. Like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Have a blessed day.
Nobody talks about what happens to mature women when they've been celibate for too long.
Are we talking about this? Is this a thing that we can talk about? I've talked about a lot of private things on the internet, but this one Feels like maybe I'm going to take it too far, but I guess let's see. I'm 45 years old. I feel like I qualify as a mature woman. I think that the woman that I just stitched is significantly younger than that. But I've not been celibate, but I've been abstinent for 12 years. That's a long time. And I have barely dated. Barely. And for the first several years, it was excruciating. I would say, I don't think I want that. And then someone would come along and I would have limerence. If you don't know what that is, that's where you want someone and sort of obsess about them and they don't want you back. And the qualifier for limerence is that you just have to have a little hope. I have notoriously fallen in love with men who were my friends, who did not have a sexual attraction to me. And I would give a lot of myself in the hope that maybe one day that they would see. And that even happened less than a year ago with a friend who, quite frankly, I love this man. You know, he's a wonderful human being. But quite frankly, this particular person led me on. And in hindsight, I don't think he intended to, but he did. And I learned once more that you have to speak up early on. And that is difficult to do because a big part for me of abstinence, of abstaining from sleeping with anyone, has been the fear of rejection. And so the trouble with limerence is it always gives you hope. You're never rejected, but you're always rejected. You never have to face them saying that they don't want you back, but you're really literally facing it every single day that you perpetuate that relationship. Now, I have to say that the passing of my mother has somehow liberated me from all of that desire. I can't explain it. I don't know. Maybe it's because she rejected me so much and so much of my existence. I just wanted to be good enough for her. And now she's gone and there's no one left to perform for. I do know for sure that as a young girl, I learned to sing and dance and be funny and entertaining because it pleased her, and it was one of the only things that I could do to really get her affection and attention. And up until she passed, even, she would share videos of me singing and things, but I could never get her to just care about how I was doing. Which, that's it. Mothers and daughters are complicated relationships, and ours was extenuated by the fact that my mom was white, and she told me that my black father assaulted her, and it wasn't true. And she told me that right before she died. There are videos about that on my page if you are curious about any of that. It's too long to talk about. That said, woo, squirrel. Her passing it's liberated me in a lot of ways from wanting, you know, really anything with anyone. The circumstances would have to be so extreme and so perfect. How do you share a bathroom with a partner? Gross. I don't want to do that. If I showed you this makeup table right now, it's got makeup and crap all over it. I'm kind of messy, but I don't want to deal with someone else's mess. I'd have to have my own bathroom. I'd have to have my own closet. He'd have to have, might even want separate bedrooms so we could just come together when we felt like having a lot of fun. I would love to it would have to be someone who travels so we could miss each other, because I don't want to be up your butt all the time and I don't want you up mine. And all these things, I've just developed this list of like, oh, you think this would only work for me? This is just who I am, the way I'm built. I think this would only work for me if there was this qualifying criteria. And that's nearly impossible. And I really have come to terms with, I'm pretty comfortable. My life is very, very good. It is a very full, beautiful existence with lots of love and lots of friends. And I already told you, I gotta water the garden. I'm abstinent, not celibate, so things are tended to. I will never have a tiny body, and I've come to love the big body that I live in. And that was impossible. That's been impossible when trying to fit myself into the mold of what I think a man wants. I don't know. Nobody does talk about mature women and what happens when we've been abstinent or celibate for a long time. And I think that's just because we are at peace. There's not a lot to say. Life is pretty good. And it's made a lot simpler when there's no one to be tap dancing for all of the time. I do love men. I'm definitely attracted to men. I love them. I have some of the most amazing men in my life. Most of them happen to be husbands to my friends or relatives. My son is an amazing young man who I hope he falls in love sooner rather than later and enjoys that part of his life. And who knows? I'm 45. Maybe when I'm 95, I'll think you were a dumbass and why didn't you get out there and work to meet somebody? But I feel confident that while I may have regrets for not trying harder, I'm also going to be really, really proud of myself for cultivating relationships that are so deeply meaningful and long-lasting with people who love me. Because I think the thing that I really would like to convey to you, other women, younger women, is that love is so deep and rich and valuable, and movies teach you that love comes from romance and relationship, and it can, but there's just so much love that comes from other places. And if you're constantly chasing, I'm not advocating celibacy or abstinence. I don't know if I said this already, but I would sort of encourage younger women to don't stop trying. But I also want you to know more than anything that love comes in so many other forms. Love comes in the most abundant form of love in my life today is the relationship I have with my girlfriends. We are chosen family, and they are the loves of my life, and they meet so many needs, and the physical ones I can take care of myself.
No pussy for a year and a half because I was celibate and shit. I was abstaining from sex, you know. And I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about life. It really opened my third eye, and it did a lot for me. You feel me? So I'm gonna tell you about that shit. So what started me wanting to go on a journey was, this was 2023, and I was getting fast money. I was living fast. I was smoking and drinking every day. I had no responsibilities. I don't got no kids, no shit. So I'm just living fast as I can. I can't press the pedal fat hard enough. Feel me? So I'm wilding. I'm on Instagram, and I'm just, listen, specifically the incident was I hit this girl up on her birthday. She came through. I don't even know this girl from a can of fucking paint. Straight to it. 2-3 messages straight to it. And so after that day, I just felt nasty. Like prior to that, I didn't feel, I was doing it. I didn't give a fuck. After that day, I just felt nasty. She was a cool girl. I still know her to this day. She cool, but, and at the time I was also taking shrooms and now that I understand what shrooms do, you feel me? It definitely was rewiring my brain. You know what I'm saying? But those is 2 different story times for another day. I barely remember, I don't remember that much of 2023 or a little bit of 2022 when I started taking the shrooms because I was microdosing every single day, a gram of shrooms every day on the wake up, empty stomach, straight to it. Wash it down with the blunt. I was wilding. But anyway, so after that, I basically, listen, this is I gotta really think about this shit. Basically, I cut off every woman I was dealing with at the time. And I really got into my spiritual bag. Like, I had a friend in JUCO, his name was Rob, and this nigga used to be on that conspiracy shit. This was in 2016. And niggas wasn't on that in 2016. And even prior to meeting that nigga, I didn't know shit about it. You feel me? But this nigga put me on all the conspiracy shit, which really opened my eyes up to kind of see, okay, damn, this shit crazy. Like, this was really going on. And it was always in me, but I wasn't that type of nigga. Like, he was that type of, he was on it. Feel me? So 2023 rolls around, I'm taking the shrooms, and then it's like, I get on some spiritual shit. Like, it could have been God, it could have been the universe, it could have been the shrooms. I don't know what it was, but something called me to just go on a spiritual journey. And that eventually led to me not smoking and drinking as well. You feel me? And I was always a spiritual person. I grew up in church, shit like that. My mama instilled some faith in me, but I was not a spiritual nigga. I was 100% worldly and secular. What? I'm trying to get to it. What we doing? Smoke, drink, fuck, everything. All the vices and all the sins. I'm going gambling, everything. I was on that at the time. I was on that. I was getting a lot of money too. I was wilding. So maybe a couple weeks later, it was a slow transition, you know. And yeah, I cut all my women off and I went and bought a bunch of books. So I started reading a shitload of books every day. I would wake up, I would go read. And I always felt like many young men do. I watched porn as a kid. I watched porn growing up, you feel me? And so I think I was really over sexualized as an adult. I think that affected me. I think it affects a lot of people, and it's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's natural. But that's another thing. I stopped watching porn. But anyways, I just felt like I didn't have my dick in control. I didn't have control of my dick. I felt like my dick was controlling me. Like, that motherfucker get hard and I just lose my brain. I just don't know what to do. So now I realized that was a problem. That is a fucking problem. My dick don't control me. What the fuck? You feel me? And so it was something I wanted to change about myself. Something I never realized I needed to change. But I do really credit the shrooms. You feel me? Reading every day. I got all these books, all these self-help books, all these spiritual books. I probably read, in the last 3 years, I've probably read over 40 books. You feel me? A lot of them was spirituality things. And then a lot of it was like self-help, like Think and Grow Rich, or like the Bhagavad Gita. You feel me? The Superior Man, the Four Agreements. A lot of the classics that you'll just like get recommended on TikTok and shit, but also like some sleeper cuts. You know, Tao Te Ching, the Zen Way. Like, it's a lot of them. It's so many, I can't think of them off my head. But that really helped build my mindset up. So at the time, it was all my value had just came from money and clothes and cars and all the shit. You feel me? And then I started realizing that, you know, this is the most valuable thing we got: our minds, our mindset, our attitudes, our character, our behaviors, our integrity and loyalty and things like that, the intangibles, you know. So yeah, every day I would wake up, I would eat a shroom, I would read hella books. I would read every day. And I wasn't talking to no women. I wasn't flirting. I didn't have no women at all on my roster. I was turning women down. I was like letting all the women know that I can't fuck with you right now. And one thing people don't say about celibacy is you really regain your innocence. You feel me? When you don't have sex for that long, your innocence comes back. Now, you'll never really reclaim it like you had as a child, but a lot of that innocence comes back when you don't watch any porn, when you don't have sex. You regain a lot of your innocence back. You have a different energy about yourself. Your energy is a lot cleaner. And my mind was really clean. It was really sharp. I was really locked in. I feel like my psychic abilities I feel like intuition, we can consider that psychic ability. So like, my intuition was overly sharp. I was having premonitions and shit. You know what I'm saying? My energy was just so clean. Like, it's a hard feeling to describe. You know what I'm saying? A nigga felt really magnetic, you know, like, and I felt like I was manifesting. I was getting so much money during that time that my manifestation was just insane. Like, and listen, I don't know the science behind it. I do think when you have sex, you are mixing energies with somebody, you're exchanging energies. I think when your energy is really pure and you just I wasn't hanging out, I wasn't doing shit. I was dolo, building my mind up. And it's honestly the best thing I've ever done for myself. Like, I think that's the best. Now I'm not this, listen, I'm a freaky nigga when I love you, when I fuck with you. I'm overly freaked out if I love you, but I'm not a nigga like that's just, I stopped chasing pussy. I'm not fucking on the first night. I'm just not on that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, I still I might fuck on the first night, but not like I was. I'm not out here just trying to, I'm not taking a woman out the club and fucking her. I'm not doing that. I got more respect for myself now. I understand the value of sex and the power of sex, and I can control my sexual urges to a greater capacity. You know what I'm saying? So I would encourage everybody, if you struggle with controlling your dick, controlling your pussy, I would encourage you, invite you to explore abstinence and celibacy. I think it'll really help you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do some story times about the shrooms, because I would encourage everybody to try shrooms out at least one time. It's a therapeutic type of thing. It's not like, it ain't like weed and liquor, you just do it recreationally. No, it's a therapeutic type of experience. It's a spiritual experience. So that's also something that I would encourage people to do. But listen, I'll bring out some more story times, but essentially, fundamentally, you know, celibacy and abstinence is really, really good if you struggle with controlling your sexual urges. I would encourage anybody to do it if they're thinking about doing it. In a way, it really makes you feel empowered. Like, I really felt empowered. I felt so just good about myself. My self-esteem got way higher. My self-respect got higher. I just felt overall like a better human being, you know? And I think the biggest thing was my innocence returning, and it hasn't gone away. Like, I still feel like I have a certain level of innocence about myself that you just don't meet on regular people unless you meet like virgins and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because really, when you go celibate for so long, it is almost like you reclaim your virginity. I know it sounds crazy, but your energetically, you got that's what I mean by the innocence. It's like you just like you're being a virgin again. But just be careful who you break your celibacy with, because I promise you, whoever you do with, it's going to be like losing your virginity all over again. And so make sure you just do it with somebody who's safe, because you're going to be, I don't care what nobody says. You don't have sex for 2 years, a year and a half. Whoever you have sex with next, y'all are going to be overly. So keep that in mind.
Remember, whatever you choose is your choice and your choice alone. Subscribe to BeautyBuyGen for more.